All right, everyone. So back again. We got Jam. We got Eddie 316. We got Jam looking like Ric Flair. Eddie looking like Stone Cold. This is not WrestleMania. This though is a competition between the two boys today. So today we are going to have a quiz.
Don't make me suplex you off the top rope.
Is that your game talk? Is that your game talk? Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, so today we're gonna have a quiz between the two of you, right? And it's gonna be over the next 4 weeks, 10 questions today. So how it's gonna work is I give you a question each, okay? 30 seconds to think about it, write down your answer, and then show your answer on the screen, okay? All right, then I'll tell you at the end of the 10 questions who wins. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so some of the questions, okay, don't have to be necessarily correct. It might just be whoever's closest in terms of like a number, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So let's get this going. So first question, boys. Okay, first question. What year was Old Trafford built? So what year was Old Trafford built? So it's whoever can get nearest in terms of like a guess. So this is going to be an estimate. I'm not expecting the actual year, but yeah, just an estimate. So whoever's the closest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so then get your answers and just show them up to the screen. 1908, Jam, just bring that in. 1928. So Eddie, give yourself a tick. Okay, that's 1-0 to you. It was actually built in 1910. So that was the year Old Trafford was constructed. So 1-0 to Eddie. Okay.
The reason I remember that, I was calling the exact season, but it was a 100-year anniversary. I was a bit younger, so that's why I knew it wasn't. I was 100 odd years old.
Brilliant, Eddie. Brilliant.
Eddie, good work, son.
All right. So next question. Okay, David Beckham, legend, no doubt about that. But David Beckham wore 2 numbers during his time at Old Trafford. Can you tell me, or can you write down what the 2 numbers were?
Yeah. This is a guess. Put them up, yeah?
Right. Put them up. So we've got 7 and 23, 7 and 26. Okay, so the actual answer is 7 and 24. So Eddie, you was closest with the 23. So that's 2-0 to Eddie. Okay.
Thanks for coming, Jam.
All right, next question. Okay, so after Cristiano Ronaldo left, who was the next person to take over the number 7 shirt? So I'm looking for the player who took over number 7 once Cristiano Ronaldo left.
Yeah.
All right, Jam, you won't go any bolder, mate. Don't stress, bro. You got another 3 weeks after this to bring it, mate. It's not like goals anymore, mate. Them days are gone.
So when Ronaldo left, who took over the number 7? Yeah.
Who took over the number 7 when Ronaldo left? So we're looking for the player.
Are you sure he's not googling, because his head's been there for like a long period of time there? There's some cheating going on.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm going to push you out 10 seconds, Jam.
Fucking, I'm gone blank, man. I know it wasn't, but I'll fucking
just hazard a guess. All right, so answers 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. Bring yours in closer. Chicharito. Bang on, Eddie. So it was actually Michael Owen who took number 7 when Ronaldo left. So 3-0 to Eddie. 3-0. Okay. 4th question. This is relatively easy. Jam, you might actually get one. So
can I get right? Can I be in writing?
You should get this. If you can't get this, mate, then I'll ask questions about you. Okay, so Louis van Gaal famously referred to a Man United player as Mike. Who was he referring to?
Yep.
Chris Smalling. All right, so you can both give yourself a point.
I'm on the board, lads.
Both give yourself a point.
Can I get 2 points because it's my first one?
Nah. All right, next question. Okay, so Man United inflicted their biggest victory over which team in the 1995 season? The scoreline was 9-0 on this day.
Yeah, sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah, both give yourself a mark. Well done. Okay, next question. Old Trafford is situated on what road?
I've been to it as well. I'm not sure, but I'll have a guess.
Let's have a look. Well done, both lads. Yeah, perfect. You're both correct.
And Jam, you should know that because I'm sure in the first one you had that on your table.
That's where I got the answer from.
Class.
Cheers, Jam.
Right. No worries, Jam. No worries. All right. So this is a 3-part, three points for this question. Okay. So what year, was the Champions League hosted at Old Trafford, and what were the two teams that participated? So I'm looking for the year it was at Old Trafford and the two teams that took part in the final.
The final. Okay, cool. Champions League final, yeah?
Yeah, so the year and the teams that took part.
Oh, yeah. I know the fucking thingy teams.
Gonna push you 10 seconds.
Fucking hell. Was it? I think. I'm not sure of the year.
All right, let's have a look. So Juve, Milan, and then move it across, Jam, just so I can see the year. Bang on. So you got all 3 points, and Eddie, you got all 3 points as well. So well done.
Right. That's a good one.
Okay, true or false? This is a true or false question. Okay, Man United were the first English team, to win a European Cup. Is that true or false? Okay.
So is it to win the European Cup or a European Cup?
European Cup.
Just a European Cup.
So the Champions League, what was known as the European Cup back then.
I put yes.
You put yes, and
True.
Eddie, you put yes. It's actually false. So they actually weren't the first British team to win a European Cup.
Fuck that. Look, I changed the Y as well as back right first.
Well, what was the answer?
It's just got the true or false on it, but I actually think it might have been Celtic.
Yeah, which is why you said English and not British.
British English. Yeah, fair enough.
But we forgive you, don't we, Jam? Because we're nice people like that.
Fair enough, mate. Well, Celtic kind of like want to be in England anyway, don't they, in the Premier League? So we'll have it. Fair enough. All right, I tell you what, you can both give yourself a mark for that.
Or tick, yeah?
Yeah, give yourself a tick. Technical errors from the quiz master here. Okay, so
I'm on a roll. Go on.
This is a point for every goal scorer. So Jam, this can bring you back into the game now. What question are we on now? Number
9.
9. Okay, cool. So We know that Man United once defeated Roma 7-1. I'm looking for every goal scorer. So it could have been the same player once or twice, but for every correct goal scorer, you get a point. So the score was 7-1. I'm looking for all the goal scorers in that game.
And the Roma scorer, or just United?
Not the Roma, just the United. I'll give you one more minute. You got yours, Eddie?
Yeah, I got mine.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, go on.
All right, so let's have a look at yours.
Should we read it out?
Hold on, I'm gonna. So you got Carrick 2, so give yourself 2 points for that.
Yeah.
And then hold it back up. You've got Evra.
Evra. Yeah.
Yeah, give yourself a mark for Evra.
And I got Ronnie twice.
I've got Ronnie twice as well.
We got Carrick twice. We got Rooney. We got Alan Smith.
Rooney. Yeah.
We got Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Twice.
We got Ryan Giggs.
Yeah.
We got Patrice Evra.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ronaldo did score 2 goals in that game. So
yeah,
give yourself a mark for all those.
Giggs didn't score.
Yeah, so I got Carrick 2, Wayne Rooney, Alan Smith, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ryan Giggs, and Patrice Evra.
Yeah, that's more.
Yeah.
No, it should be Carrick 2, Ronnie 2. That's 4. Evra 5.
No. Ronaldo only scored 1 goal. It was Carrick 2, Rooney, Smith, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ryan Giggs, and Evra.
So you know what? I've got Carrick 2, Ronnie 2, Smith, Evra, and Giggs. So I've got 2, 3, 4. I got 5, 6 points, and Eddie's got
I got 6. I got Ronaldo to score twice,
yeah.
But you're saying Giggs scored it.
Yeah, Giggs scored.
Yeah, I've got Giggs.
6 points. 6 points. 6 points. All right, last question. Okay. Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
Came from Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Okay. You can name me the year that Sir Alex Ferguson won a European trophy with Aberdeen and the team that they beat in the final. Okay, you will get 2 points.
And the year.
Yep, the year and the team contested. So Aberdeen versus who?
I think you've got a fan in the background there, Jam.
Yeah, he wants my phone.
All right, so
that's a guess.
Go on, Jam, get yours up. Real Madrid, 1984, Real Madrid, 1983. So the correct answer is Real Madrid, 1983. So Eddie, bang on, mate. So count up your scores. Man. Count up your scores.
1, 2. 1. You only get 1 point for Juve AC Milan, yeah, or 2?
3.
3 points. If you got the year and the 2 teams, 3 points.
The score's 18-13 at the end.
3.
You disqualify him for not being able to count.
How about for the goal scorers, 3 each as well?
The goal scorers, which ones? For the Roma game?
Yeah.
A point for every goal scorer. So you gave yourself 6 points, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay. 3, 6, 9,
Is
5.
the last one 2 points? The 83 Madrid one.
Yeah, Madrid and 83. That was 2 points.
Cool. I've ended up with 18.
Yeah, I got 22 points.
Oh,
Serious?
what was your total, Jam?
Chris Smalling, 3 points.
No, that was 1 point.
That's 1 point.
I thought I said 1 point, 3 points for a correct one.
No.
Jam, listen, bro. There's GCSE bite sizes on daily for you if you need a
I've got it on.
maths.
I've got it on.
Nah, mate. Nah. Chris Smalling was 1, bro.
3, 5, 6, 12, 13.
13 points. Okay, so that means that today, on the first episodes of United Quiz, Eddie, you are 1-0 up. Any thoughts?
Eddie, how much did you get? 18?
18, yeah.
1.
Are you okay, Jam?
Jam, are you okay, mate? You look flustered, bro.
No, I gotta make sure there's no one's robbed the committee.
Nah, there's no bribes, mate. There's no bribes. There's no Donald Trump. There's no Donald Trump confusion.
I think we should have an official on each side next time.
Okay, well, you got an official in the background, or you had an official in the background?
I'm still teaching him how to count.
Eddie,
good luck to the guy.
You beat Jam again, mate. You beat Jam, not for the first time. How does it feel?
I'm humble, never brags.
Fair enough. And Jam, you look flustered in the background. You've got your assistant next to you.
Eddie, you should have had 17 because I only got 4 wrong. Serious? Look. I got the first 3 questions wrong.
Yeah.
And then I got the year of Real Madrid wrong.
Yeah, so you got the first 3 questions wrong. Right.
That's 3 points. Yeah.
That's 3 and the last question I got 2 points and you got nothing for because I was closer. So that's
Don't I
5
get
points
point for
difference.
Don't get a point for Real Madrid.
You get a point for Real Madrid, but you don't get a point for the year.
Okay, so Jam's got 14.
Jam,
Yeah, that's all right.
Either way, mate. Whether he's got
Every point
17,
counts, mate. It's the
enough.
margin of defeat. It's the margin of defeat. It's got to be respectable.
Okay.
I'm sort of point out there's nothing respectable about Jam at all.
Don't worry, mate.
Have your kids come to help you?
Yeah, it's too late now. It's over. Come tomorrow.
I think those are adoption papers they want out.
So I came into my own from question 4. It was just the first 2 questions through me.
So are you feeling warmed up? You feeling prepared?
Yeah, I can go on for another 10 more if you want.
No. We'll leave it for this week, mate. You might get inside information from your 2 assistants.
Go on, mate.
All right, sweet. So we'll move on. That's 1-0 to Eddie. We'll go on to part 2 next week. Okay, so we'll do that next Monday. So today, go on, Jam.
Yeah, carry on. Don't worry, carry on.
Today, obviously, we had a bit of we had some big news in the Premiership coming out of Chelsea. Obviously, they decided to sack Lampard, which is funny in some ways, and I guess it's just life. Eddie, what's your opinions on the Lampard situation?
I think he's been very, very unfairly treated, very unjust. I think people seem to be forgetting that what he done last year with a team that was, they lost their main player, they lost Hazard. He played a lot of youngsters, gone top 4, and yes, he's made a lot of signings. But this goes back to how Van de Beek was signed for United. Are these frank signings? Mm-hmm. And even if they are, you have to give them time to embed. They're from another country, the majority of them are. If other than Ben Chilwell, I can't think off the top of my head who else was signed from the Premier League. Coming to a new league, it takes time. And the example I would give is someone like Fred. You all know the first season of Fred was, I was calling for him to get out. I couldn't see where his value add was, and now he's played one of the first games on the team sheet. So, but I know a lot of Chelsea fans are unhappy with Havertz and the way he's playing. But people seem to forget that he had COVID. And I refer back to people up north in Newcastle. They had their captain and Saint Maximin as well. Both had COVID and still haven't come back. So I think he has been really fairly untreated. And let's not forget, 6 weeks ago we were saying them potential challenges for the title.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. And what about you, Jan? What's your thoughts on Lampard?
I'll keep it short and sweet. Frank's gone. The revolving door at Chelsea keeps on spinning. Fucking get in. Simple as.
So, Jam, moving forward now, obviously, it looks like they're going to bring in Thomas Tuchel from, well, he was sacked himself from PSG, but PSG manager, ex-Dortmund manager, worked with some of the players, PSG players, worked with Pulisic at Dortmund, knows the German players, which could be a reason why he's been brought in. What kind of impact do you think this could have? Do you think he can have an impact on these players? Do you reckon he can get a tune out of people like Werner and Havertz?
As any new manager comes in, all the players obviously raise the game to impress the manager, get into his good books. So they probably go on a little run, but the real test will be when they go on a dip again, and that'll be the challenge to see if you can get the best out of them. Just like Ali, when Ali came.
Do you think it's a smart decision to bring in Thomas Tuchel?
Yeah, why not? He's an experienced manager, coming from a big team. Why not? It's better than what someone from the Championship like Frank was.
So Eddie, what about Thomas, Mr. Tuchel? What's your thoughts?
I don't know. Long story short, I think like Jam said, there will be that bounce back factor where new manager want to impress him, get into his good books, etc., etc. But I don't know how long will his contract be for. Yeah, he won I think a cup in Germany, and he won obviously the league in France. But with all due respect, Jam probably got a chance of managing PSG to a title in France. So it's not really. It's not.
Give me my assistance.
I guess time will tell. The other thing, of course, is what kind of backing will he get come summer? He'll want to bring in his own players. He want to bring in his own way of playing. Will he be backed, or will Roman say, spend 200 million quid, financial fair play? I can't be spending any more money. Deal with what you got.
Fair point. It's a fair point. Where do you see Chelsea right now? If you were to look in your crystal ball, what do you see Chelsea achieving? So obviously they're still in the European Cup. They're always a threat in the FA Cup. They always seem to sack managers and get a reaction or win something. Can you see them winning something this season?
Yeah, I can see them win the FA Cup. Obviously, look at the draw and all so forth. But the one thing about Chelsea is, even though when they're going through a bad patch, I don't think they've gone 2 seasons without winning a trophy since Roman's come in.
So you fancy them to win something this season?
Yeah, but I fancy love to do something this season just because of the way it is.
Do you think it's ironic that Lampard was part of he was obviously part of a core group of players back in his time that saw a lot of managers come and go, and obviously there was always talk about that Chelsea clique, Drogba, Terry, Lampard. Do you think it's ironic and almost karma that it could have potentially now come back to him through the players that are there, or do you reckon it was meant to be?
Sorry, can you rephrase that question? Because I don't quite understand what the question was.
So do you think player power pushed Lampard out and that was karma, or do you think Roman literally just gave him enough chance or enough time and he couldn't give him any longer? What do you think? It's a balance of both, or what do you think?
I think it is a combination of both, and I think the biggest thing is he's got new players coming. He's signed all these. Well, I say he's signed, the club have signed. None of his choices, and the fact that he wasn't given time is probably one of the sad things about football, because you have to give him time to turn stuff around. If Fergie was coming into United now and had the start that he did, he'd be gone. So sometimes you need to wait, give them time, let them do it their way. I've always said you have to give people at least 3 seasons, at least.
Chelsea aren't really known for doing that.
No, they're not.
So
Jam, and they've been successful on the back of it as well.
Exactly. So based off the back of that, Jam, do you think when Lampard went in there, knowing that potentially his first season was a pass because of the European the transfer ban, that this season he had to perform and that he wouldn't be given time, and if these signings didn't work out, he would have been pushed out the door? Do you think he has been treated fairly, or do you think he's been treated unfairly? Do you think it was player power What do you think?
I don't think it was player power. Look, he's had 200 mil to spend. He's bought in players of his own choice, I believe, and his results have been too inconsistent. Good periods at the start, and now he's just like, you don't know what you can get with Chelsea. I don't think Roman had enough, like he always does. They give you so much time. That's 200 million out of his pocket, and they don't look that much better than they did last season. I got my phone's about to drop.
Do you think, Jam, there was any way that he could have pulled it back? Obviously, they had the 4-0 at the weekend. All due respect, not against a top team, but do you think there was any way that he could have pulled it back, or do you think there was any way that he could have brought the players who are underperforming, you have at Werner, do you think there was any way that he could have coached them or managed them back into form, or do you think it was too big of a job for him?
I reckon it was too big a job for him.
What about you, Eddie?
Well, it's one of the $1 million question we'll probably never know. Well, but we won't ever know because he's obviously gone. But I still think he should have been given a chance.
I just don't think he's a manager.
But you haven't given him the chance, or have you?
Like Roy Keane said, he didn't get Derby promoted. He lost 8 games. That was last season, wasn't it? Or was it this season when Roy Keane said he's lost 8 games already? But because he's Frank Lampard, he gets a free pass because he's English. But Ole, because he's a foreigner, he gets treated harshly.
No, but I've always said that the manager should be given a chance regardless of the nationality.
Nah.
Yeah, of course they should.
That's it, Liverpool managers, they shouldn't be given a chance, man. We hate them.
Every manager, no matter what club you're at, you should be given a chance. And you shouldn't sack someone at the first time something going wrong. You should give them a chance to let them redeem themselves. And if they don't redeem themselves, then you get rid of them. They should have game for the rest of the season.
Thank you, Chelsea.
At least.
Where do you see Lampard going now? Like what's next for Lampard, Jam? Like where do you think he could go? There's talks today that potentially he might end up at Celtic.
I say League One.
You think League One?
Yeah.
I think if Frank has any sense, he'll go become an assistant manager somewhere to learn more about the game.
I say League One, or probably come on Sky Sports to join the crew with Mika and Roy.
I don't think he's got the banter to join them.
He has made appearances on Sky Sports before. I don't see Lampard going down to League One. I think he'll still, at the minimum, he'll get himself a job in the Championship. But I still think, obviously, look, Harry Redknapp, the connections he's got, he'll still get himself a top job somewhere. But do you see Lampard going on to be a successful manager?
No. I just don't think he's cut out for it.
What's the difference, Jam, between, obviously, you got Lampard, you got Arteta, you got Ole. Obviously, Ole is doing great at the moment, but you've got 3 managers there that were all club legends. What's Lampard not got that Ole has or Arteta has?
A trophy.
It's a fair point, but Ole hasn't got a trophy.
I don't think.
But Ole won stuff in Norway, didn't he?
Yeah, with molds.
So it's just that mentality of knowing what it takes to win, and regardless of whether it's a Premiership or League One or League Two, it's just having the mentality of knowing how to win and how to win consistently.
I just don't think he's got the managerial nous.
And the other thing is, probably has got the respect of the players. I'm sure if those are all Englishmen, local lads from the Chelsea area, Mason Mount, they'll go out there and die for him, knowing who he is. But these players, foreign players, they'll be like, yeah, he's played for Chelsea many years ago. He was a good player for them. That's probably all they probably know about it.
Do you think them making them signings over the summer, bringing in all those players that they did for 200 million, do you think that was more of a poison chalice, and that probably got him the sack or put the pressure on, and Lampard was under pressure to play those players that essentially the team that done so well for him last season kind of got dispersed?
Yeah. The fact is they spent £200 million, and that is what everyone's referring back to. He spent 200 million, what more does he want? And it is a poison chalice, because I think the one thing I found quite, I won't say weird, but illogical, is that they spent all that money on attacking kind of players. I know they got Thiago Silva on the free, and obviously Ben Chilwell as well.
Yeah.
But like, you got Havertz, Werner, Ziyech. They signed players who are like very forward thinking, but I don't think their problem last season was in that area. Obviously, they found Mendy as well. But I just feel like in the middle of the park, Kante doesn't seem like the same player he was 2-3 years ago. And maybe that's the area they should have concentrated on instead of one of those forward-thinking players. Because they've got Giroud, who I think I'm a big fan of Giroud. I think
definitely
his older player is absolutely awesome, one of the best. And you've got a great second striker, I would say. And obviously, Werner could have been the main man up front.
Yeah.
And
I also believe
wrong players.
I think he's bought too much players from abroad. I think one of his best signings has been Chilwell, and he's English. He should have bought more players from the Premiership to help him along. I think he's went all out.
Yeah, but I think what you got to remember about that is as soon as you say, English player from the Premiership, you're adding £10 million onto their value straight away.
They can afford it.
No, but if you think about who could they have signed?
In terms, Kai Havertz potentially, Grealish or Maddison would be the alternative potentially in that position. They'd already wrapped up Zahimi or whatever his name is, the lad from Ireland. Zayat. That was already wrapped up quite a while ago. But Werner for 45 million, to be fair, Werner for 45 million based on his performances the last couple of seasons was a steal, to be fair. So you can't really argue with that. And I do think he will come good. Probably now under.
I think he bought 3 players from 3 different leagues. I think that was a bit too much. I think he should have probably scouted a bit better, got better players from that could have worked.
And that's the reason why I felt he should be given time, because he's buying new players from new leagues. Give him time, let him develop, let him get used to the English game and so forth, and then judge him.
I mean, he's not a good example, is he, Fat Frank? I mean, he eats too much pies. He's got a belly on him. That's not a good example to sit on the training ground. What did the players think? Look at our manager, he's got a belly on him, and he's telling us to do laps. It's a disgrace, absolute disgrace.
Jam, do you think the signings were forced on him, or do you think they were actually his signings?
His signings. I think Roman just says, "Here's the money. Go and buy who you want to buy. As long as we're winning, I don't care."
Nah, come on, Daniel. You're being naive there. Every club will have some kind of structure, some kind of scouting network, some kind of not necessarily director of football, but
no, I mean like
proper scouting network.
Money with
you
more
just come and say, "Oh, I want to sign this guy," and then go sign it. That's not how it works.
No, but I think the signings were the managers. Like, it wasn't like Roman saying, "You can't buy him. I want him. I want Havertz at the club. I want Silas to live at the club." I think there were Thiago's there.
So obviously, Frank's gone to his, who he goes to say, "Look, I need a player," and he must say, "Look, I want this kind of player," and they've probably presented, 3-4 people to him.
Yeah.
And if they have presented a Grealish, for example, we use Grealish as an example. Grealish would have cost more than what Havertz cost.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But then they must have said to him, well, if you sign Grealish, you can sign 1 player less. Because, we don't have the money to sign all these players that you want. So start choosing from each. So, like sometimes you see on Instagram and stuff, if you have £5, if this player costs £3, £2, £1, build your team and all that.
Yeah.
It's probably very similar to that. Say, well, here's your budget. This is how much it's going to cost roughly. Which one do you want?
Frank has
not a case of getting who you wanted, but it's a case of who could get.
Out of those signings that have come in, which one has done the best for him? So, out of those signings,
Silva.
And what about you, Jam?
I said Chilwell.
Silva. Fair enough. All right, so back to Man United. Man United Sheffield. So that we've got that on Wednesday. We'll do the preview on Wednesday and talk about the game. So I'm just going to ask you right now, just a quick prediction, just for the game, just a scoreline. Jam,
are we away?
We're at Old Trafford, bro. Old Trafford.
We're at home.
Yeah.
3-0 United. 3-0.
3-0 United. 4-1. Brilliant. All right, lads. So just to recap, Eddie 1-0 up in the quiz. Beating Jam.
Tariq, going back to question 7, yeah?
Yeah. And on that note, Jam, I'm going to catch you later, bro. But listen.
Tariq, who's in the title? Are United in the title race?
Listen. 2 things, right?
I'll let the title race.
1, United are definitely in a title race until they're not. And 2, Jam, you have clearly displayed, sort out your maths, because if you don't, when you turn into an adult, they'll struggle like you. No.
What it is, the calculator, it runs on solar power.
All right, lads, I'll catch you later.
See you later.
See you in a bit.